Okay.
So we're also interested in a very old part of local histories, which is distribution of games, because that can be very different for each region, especially in the early years. So right after the revolution, suddenly it became possible to import goods into Czech Republic, and gaming companies or entrepreneurs locally worked on getting games into Czech Republic. So this is a very, very rare thing. It's the NES from the Czech distribution. As you can see, it's the Spanish version, probably some leftovers. This will be around 1993, so the NES was already well past its usual life.
With the
But
sticker.
you have a sticker that's showcasing the in Czech how amazing it is, the world of action, limitless options, fun and suspense for the whole family, and these are really rare. Sega had a bit of a bigger foothold here, but basically until the PlayStation 1 consoles didn't have much of an impact locally. The PlayStation 1 was the big launch of console that was already done with the whole Europe, like the post-socialist Europe in mind. And so Nintendo was basically unknown here until the Pokemon craze, and these are very rare. We also had games with translated manuals, and there is not a lot of info about these. So with some collectors, I'm even like starting to even put a database of what even existed, but they're really funny to see how they try translating the terms about games, because it has like there is like no information about what was created. The rest of the box is the normal Spanish release, and you can see that this was probably sold very late, because it's only 1,900 crowns. It's partially ripped, but you can see it's, which is very cheap. So was probably sold in like 95 or 96, when 8-bit systems were already being dumped for low prices. But like compared to microcomputers, which are popular here, the ZX Spectrum mainly, but also the Atari 8-bit systems and the Commodore 64, this would cost you probably even more than these systems, and then you would need to buy original games, which were hard to come by and couldn't copy tapes over. So not many people bought these. I'm still looking for the Slovak version. I know about one guy who has the Slovak box. It's the same, just with a different language on the sticker, and definitely if you know something about the distribution of foreign games into your country, write about it. It's interesting histories.
And the Sega stuff you said was more common here.
Yeah, that was more common. The Master System and Mega Drive were like semi-popular, and we have one very famous game. I'm not sure if it's even in this storage or in the other storage we have, so I will not go looking for it right now. But any Master System collector knows about the Smurfs game, which was thought to be unreleased. And then a collector who was visiting Prague found it in Levné knihy, which is our like store that buys up old storage rooms and sells the things for cheap prices. And there was like this game he has never seen, and he had a full set. So he was like, "What is this?" And he learned that probably there was a small run made, and it was never sold in stores, ended up in a storage room, and this Czech company bought out the storage room. So they were sold here for 10 crowns, which is like half a euro. And nobody bought it, because that was like in the late 90s, like 98, 99. So who would buy a random Master System game and it was in French even, so
Yeah.
because it was from a French company. But now they go for several €100 because all of the copies probably, maybe there were some that like escaped and were sold otherwise, but all of the Master System collectors have their copies of the Smurfs from Czech Republic, from this weird store that sells stuff that was bought.
What about this one?
This one is a normal version. That's just a standard copy, probably bought in Germany or somewhere else and imported,
Okay.
which of course happened. Then we have, this was another Czech one. This was a special edition with the Super Mario Bros. 3 included, but it only has an included black and white manual, and there is no Czech information on the box.
Okay.
But this was a Benelux exclusive, like Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg. So once again, you can see that probably the distribution network, that unsold consoles from other region were imported by the retailer here, and they tried to resell it for prices.
Okay, great. Yeah. Pretty cool.